Good morning, it's Graeme Rushton here from Unearthed UK. I'm just going to do a brief demonstration with the new G2 Plus from Teknetics. Fabulous piece of kit, this machine. I've really enjoyed using it the last couple of times I've been out. More in particular last Saturday when I found that lovely short cross penny, part of a Saxon brooch, some nice Roman coins on a field that we've done to death earlier on in the year, twice actually. So this machine does have the ability to bring fields or dead fields back to life. I'm just going to go through a couple of features with people. As you can see, the headphones I use on these are the ones, instead of coming out at an angle, these are angled in such a way that they're not going to be you're not going to be catching it on anything. These are the Grey Ghost Deep Woods headphones. The reason why they call them Deep Woods is because they have the switches inside, and you can go into deep woodland and other places and not have switches on the outside that catch on things. So quite a good little idea that. Firstly, we'll go through the settings on this machine very quickly. Turn it on by the power button, go through its serial number, battery at the top, 2-3 bars. This button here is the sensitivity or gain button. As you can see, the gain, bottom right, as I'm turning it up, it's increasing all the way up to 99. Or if you wiggle it about a little bit, sometimes it'll go to 100 there, 100. How to ground balance these machines, very simple. You've got the ground grab button in the middle. Grab hold of the machine, finger or thumb on the button, keeping it in, and pump the coil. But firstly, we come out of disc. You can hear that clicking. So I'll take the headphones out of this actually, so we can hear. It's in disc mode now. We come into all metal by clicking out of the disc mode, raising up to about 11 o'clock to 12. You can hear a slight threshold. I have it around about 12 o'clock. Keep your thumb on the ground grab button, find a clear patch, and pump the coil 5 or 6 times. You see the numbers on the screen, 65, 66, 66, 65, and that's it, ground balance, very simple. Click it back down into disc mode, you're back in disc mode. So that's how you ground balance these machines, it's very simple. Menu button, you've got the backlight indicator, so it's got an adjustable backlight on this, which is different to the old G2. You've got the volume, I have my volume at 14. 0 to 10 is audio volume. From 10 to 20 is iron volume. So if you had it on 20, for example, you'd hear all the iron in the ground. It doesn't suit me, so I have it sort of around about 14, so I can hear the iron, but it's not too annoying. Next one is the V-brake. As you can see, I've had this V-brake set on 40. I sometimes have it on 35, and to adjust this, just drop it down by the plus and minus. And anything below 35 will give a low tone. Anything above 35 on the screen when it indicates the VDI numbers will give a high tone. So 40 seems to be a good setting for the V-brake. Next you've got the notch, I leave that alone. And you've got discrimination mode. You can adjust the discrim by plus and minus. I have mine on 0. I let the V-brake do everything. So I'm running this machine on 0 discrim, maximum sensitivity, 14 volume, and I have the V-brake set at between 35 and 40. So easy, very, very simple. Now then, what I did find with this machine, it glides over the iron. Very, very good around iron. It just glides over it, just gives little pops and squeaks and picks up the desirable targets in between. Sometimes when you get a big piece of iron, it may give a high tone or a high signal. The way to determine this, if it's iron, is just tip the coil forward as you're going over the signal, and it'll give an iron buzz. If you have it flat, it could give a decent signal. VDI reading of sometimes as high as 70, because this machine operating at 19 kilohertz is extremely sensitive. So the iron could give a high read in the big pieces of iron, but the way to counteract it is tip the coil forward and just at the edge of the coil, just go over the signal and it'll give a buzz, and just ignore it. So there is a quick demo introduction into the new Teknetics G2 Plus. There's 2 processors working in